Okay, here we go. All right. So that was 4-player games.
Oh, we got to add a wheel piece.
Go ahead, take care of your business there, Branny.
We're going to add to the mysteries of randomness another Micro Pros game going in the slot.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Who's that guy?
That is a generic referee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Yeah, it's funny. He's the one guy you can't identify in the game. And the thing is that I don't know any refs that look like that.
It's so funny because they put him right up front, right beside Doink.
Yeah,
like,
it's very.
what are you
I always
doing?
wonder why. I mean, I could look through the annals of referees, and most referees were like bald or balding. All right, so Brent, you want to tell us what you added there?
I did.
Tell me one more time.
I've done it. We added a modern 8-bit, and we added a Micro Pros.
All right, we're just gonna keep the ball rolling. You ready to spin the wheel?
You want to actually hit a big stop Rooney and start a Rooney? You think that might help?
Nope.
Oh, no. Oh.
I think it's just we just let the ball roll where it may.
There we go. All right,
All you can do.
let's
Just
bring
keep
up
on
some
trucking.
wheel music.
All right,
then.
here we go. All right, roll it up. What do you think of the wheel cam, Bo?
I love it. That's the best thing you've ever done.
That's Brent. That was a Brent.
That was fantastic.
And what do we got? The RDI Halcyon. Now,
this, of course, unemulatable.
let me talk about the Halcyon. I was kind of waiting for this to come up. So, because I love the Halcyon, and no one knows anything about it. All right, so I did a little nosing around. So, the Halcyon was the brainchild of Rick Dyer. If you don't know, Rick Dyer was the technical genius behind Dragon's Lair and the early Laserdisc games. He actually designed a game back in the day that he had a mission in his mind. He wanted to have an adventure game like Lord of the Rings. And so he ended up coming up with a game called Secrets of the Lost Woods. And the way he did this, and get this, guys, he actually made the game he printed it up using a roll of printing calculator tape that would spin forwards and backwards. It was with text on it, basically.
Wow.
I love it.
You know, and so eventually he thought to himself, when he saw video players and Laserdiscs, he thought he could do the same thing with that. And so and this is the technology that ended up being behind Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, those sorts of games. Now, he eventually wanted to release the Halcyon home console. Now, the Halcyon, as far as anyone can tell, was never actually released. As far as everyone knows, there are about a dozen units known to exist, and no one thinks it's actually got out to market, although there is speculation that it did. And so this thing came out in '85, and the retail price on it was going to be $2,500 in '85. In today's money, this would have cost you just south of $6 large.
Wow.
Expensive initial investment.
Yeah. And now get this, it had a Laserdisc player and attached computer, each the size of a early model VCR. So this thing would have taken up this whole table right in front of it. It was monstrous. There were only 2 games ever completed for it that you can't play, which were Thayer's Quest and NFL Football, both of which ended up getting released in the arcades. But this whole system was built on the back of 2 games, and those games were Dragon's Lair and Space Ace.
That's right.
Which we're going to try out. Now, this is my favorite part, guys. You're going to love this. When they build this machine, they said it would be entirely voice activated, and it would have artificial intelligence.
Fire, fire, fire.
No, wait, it gets better. It would have artificial intelligence on par with HAL 9000 from 2001. I love that. Now, it gets better. It gets better. So the early investors on this, this is a test for you guys. The early investors were Quinn Martin, who's a big-time television producer. You probably heard his name mentioned.
She was a VJ on
that's not
MTV.
No, that's not. No, wrong Quinn. Also, Merv Griffin was a big investor, and my personal favorite, Cassandra Peterson. You know who that
Elvira?
is? Elvira, Mistress
So
of
really,
the Dark.
Quinn from MTV would not have been a bad guess
Martha
with those
Quinn?
other 2.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, Brent, we chose a couple games that I mean, you can't play the Halcyon. We wanted to identify it, so we went ahead and picked a couple games that you could play that the Halcyon was basically built on.
I'm sad that we're not going to get to see the NFL football game.
The NFL football game is hideous.
Is there?
It is hideous. Yeah. I'm not sure it works 100%.
And it funded nothing.
Yes. So it's funny though because you only get to pick one of the two teams. So Brent, you're the master of this game. Why don't you give this a whirl?
I'm certainly not the master of this game, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah, it is a great.
Of course, for those that don't know, this is Dragon's Lair.
So this is actually playing on the RCI Halcyon emulator.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
There is no RCI Halcyon. There were only 12 consoles ever released.
We're playing this in honor of
this
the
is an emulation
Halcyon.
of the arcade laser disc.
Okay.
So this is effectively this. I mean, when you play Dragon's Lair, it's sort of unless you're playing on the Amiga or the
or
the other consoles.
any of the consoles it was released on.
Right, but I mean, when you get to the actual disc version, this is what you're going to get. So. Give it a shot.
I will give it a go. Gotta coin it up.
It's the official noise. I've played a lot of this on the Amiga recently, and it's something. It is something. I love it though. Now, this game, by the time you were a young man, this game had been out for many moons.
I never saw this in the arcade. They'd all broken by the time I was an arcade.
This game, when it came out, it was everywhere. Everyone had one, and I remember many a line, especially in the first couple months. I mean, you could never walk up and play one of these things. And you would see, as Laserdisc, this is one thing I remember about we used to call the arcade at the Charleston Town Center the Laser Arcade, because of the Aladdin's Castle up there, because it had a whole row, I mean a long row of probably like 10 Laserdisc games.
Wow.
Gosh, I wish I had pictures of that from back in the day. I mean, it had everything. But unfortunately, what it didn't have was longevity, because those Laserdisc games they died quickly and
was there a break in between your Space Ace and Dragon's Lair and your Mad Dog McCree? Was there
there was a significant break.
Space,
Yeah, when American laser games came out with that stuff, I remember it being a pretty good. Laserdisc games are pretty much forgotten. Man, you're stinking up the joint. They'd been pretty much forgotten at that point, to be completely honest with you. And so when those came out, it was quite a surprise. But they were a different type of game, too.
Absolutely.
These were like that. They really, I mean, to be fair, they did take the laser medium and do something with it. You actually sort of felt like you were playing a legitimate game.
Now, Aaron, you and I have had discussions about this, where I don't see, even as much as I enjoy this game and love the art, of course, I do not see this as a game it's more of an interactive adventure.
Yeah.
But you stand by, you feel this is a game pure and true.
Oh yeah, this is a proper game. What's the difference between interactive adventure and game? It's the same thing, isn't it? I mean,
no.
What do you think?
I'm gonna go. I agree with you, Aaron. I think that if you boil down the essence of any game, it's you see something on the screen and you react to it by pressing a key or a button. This just is a very, very, very basic game.
Yeah. Man, that's a weak display.
I disagree, and I welcome you to try.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to get me some of that. Give me a little slack there. How do you start this? Do you remember the button?
Your black is your coin, and start is your start.
Now, I will
A is
say,
your sword.
although I do think it is a game, it is not a game that I enjoy playing. I would much rather just watch Dragon's Lair, the cartoon, and just see all the stuff.
That's fair.
I was so disappointed in that cartoon because it didn't look like this.
Right.
And it made me mad.
Well, it probably did not have the budget that this had.
Don Bluth.
Yeah, you're right there, Booth.
I think we've discussed this before. I tried to get Aaron a Don Bluth sell of this game, and I don't know how much it actually went for, but I bid it up to $250, and this was 2 decades ago.
So probably much more than that now.
And because you cannot deny his art is
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
incredible.
Oh, shoot.
And really, Dirk is a fun character. As a silent protagonist goes, his little grunts and groans, his facial expressions are
What was
all-
that other game that you guys played that was a Laserdisc game? where you
Esches
had,
Amarella?
Yeah, where he was a real...
Yeah, he was a real character as well.
I think they sort of loosely, totally ripped off.
It was a loose, total ripoff. Man, Aaron, you're awesome at this game.
Yeah, you got that right.
In the arcades, you said you never saw one of these working. Did you ever see where they had the television set up on top?
I've seen pictures of it, yeah.
Yeah,
Which was a cool. In a way, I thought, well, that's a cool idea, but in a way, I wondered if that actually cost them players because you didn't have to play it to see it.
I know that I saw this in the gold mine, our local dark arcade at the time. This machine was always seen play, and it had the screen on top, and they had it positioned where for people to watch it, they had to actually stand like outside of the arcade, which gathered crowds.
Oh,
It sucked if you wanted to get in the arcade and play something else, but for just playing watching what you see.
Yeah.
Everyone says that's one of the hardest stages in the game. I think it's one of the easiest. This is also one of the easier stages that people seem to have problems with.
Yeah.
Boy, that was an easy guy to get
This
past.
is not an easy stage.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it.
You did the exact same thing I did.
Yeah. I did.
Sword when you should have fled.
Yeah. No. This is.
Now there was Dragon's Lair, Dragon's Lair 2, and Space Ace, and that's it, right? In terms of your Don Bluth Laserdisc games,
Yes.
there wasn't a Space Ace 2, right?
No.
Okay.
Time Warp, which is Dragon's Lair 2, was supposed to be a much deeper
Oh,
game.
dude.
Let's go.
Oh no. Oh,
See, I don't have problems with this guy either.
I do. Oh,
Right.
too slow. I'm getting these hard ones right in a row, and I could get past a couple of this, but I've gotten to the point now where I'm screwed.
This is a beast. Too early. Way too early.
I can beat this one.
I failed on it.
Now, if you have infinite money, can you get to the end eventually, or do you have to start over at some point every time?
Weird.
I told you, man. All right, John.
No, I don't know how to play this game.
Well, that's the fun of it.
Well, I'm gonna die. Okay, when it blinks, tell me what to do.
Let me go ahead and
Give him a black button there.
put coins in the machine for you.
All you have to do is just do what it says. It guides you.
What a lovely castle. I'd love to have that scene.
Yeah, it's an awesome looking castle. Okay, it's just like,
Right.
go.
Oh, don't you? No, use the digital.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Go right.
Right. There
Never,
you go.
never
Bam.
drink that.
See? You beat a level.
Oh,
This is not hard. Just go to the flashings.
Yeah.
It's always just right or left.
there you go.
This one's always up. Sorry,
No,
I
it's
told
not.
you. Yeah, it is. It's
I
up.
never go up there. It's right or left.
No,
I never
it's
go
up.
up. No, that's wrong.
It's up.
I got past it. I know what it is.
It's up. Oh, this
Go
is an
right
easy
and then
one.
right. Just keep hitting right a lot. Okay, now wait. This is always forward until you get to purple. Wait. Forward.
I hit forward when you told me to.
Well, I meant forward for dirt. That
Oh.
meant towards yourself. Left. Oh. Okay.
Button, sword,
Wait.
sword.
No.
Oh, yeah, it
If
was
you
early.
move.
It was early.
Come on, Brent. Try this again.
All right.
and
Oh,
beat
yeah,
it.
we got to get a few into this.
Oh my.
I can't believe you're struggling with comfort in that chair.
Oh, trust me. Are you mocking me?
Get him dance around a little bit, Aaron.
I think I will get up for a second. Stretch. Oh, man. It's almost like I've been sitting in that chair for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know what time is it.
9.
What?
It's 12:30.
I will punch your little. See what I'm drinking today, bud?
Diet Citrus Drop Extreme.
Why are you so proud of that, Aaron?
Because no one. It's the beautiful secret of the world that no one else knows. I'm spreading the word.
Would you like me to start buying that for you
my
instead of the
God.
real stuff?
No, it's okay. Man, you got beat on that level.
You death level all the time.
No, I don't. The skull hallway. It's easy as pie.
Hey, since you're up, could you bring me a banana?
You got bananas over there.
Yeah.
You hold that for me.
And a Diet Sprite. I didn't bring the fancy water. It was depleted during Thanksgiving.
Banana in here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Television. Oh God, Aaron.
Well, you entertained the masses. for a
Okay.
second.
You almost destroyed the
No,
world.
I didn't. It was all good. Run back, boys.
I'm gonna so lose this stage. I really suck at it.
So how many stages are there in this, approximately?
This is not the stage I thought it was. Like 25 or so.
There's like 25 scenes.
Yeah.
And in order to get to the end, you don't have to beat all 25, right? It's like X
No.
out of 20. Like about how many does it take to get to the end?
No, it takes you through all of them.
Oh, so you do have to beat all the stages to fight Singe.
Well, you don't have to beat them all, but you have to.
experience them
Right.
without losing the max amount of lives.
All right, let's see if I can get past this.
And with that, it's pure memorization, right?
No.
You
No.
can actually see what
Yeah,
you're
on the
supposed to do.
floor, it had one of 3 sides are covered. Oh gosh. On the floor, 3 sides have electricity, and then one has a jump away, and you just have to keep visualizing which one's the jump away spot and you keep hitting it. All of these, I mean, the first time you see them, you're not gonna know what to do,
Right.
but.
As you see them over and over again, the patterns start to emerge.
Right. And what's crazy is they have the game flipped. So you can't just memorize left, right, because sometimes the scene will be flipped, same scene, same concept, but everything will be backwards. I'm not going to fail at this time. That's a super easy stage. I don't know why we're both sucking at it so bad. This is not an easy stage, and that's why I died immediately.
Now, when you fight the dragon at the end, what's the pattern for that?
I have no idea.
Oh, really?
And some of these are timing based. I mean, some of you can just hit the keys over and over and over. But some are timing based, and the timing based ones are way harder than the other ones, obviously. All right, we'll get past this one this time. Yay. Oh my gosh, I forget about the bat every time. I died twice to bats.
That's a hard level.
All right, John, give it another run.
Okay.
Got me a ham sandwich.
I noticed that.
No.
Right? Oh, don't, you want to use
Oh.
the digital.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use the analog, but it's...
You get past this.
See? You learned it. Up. Button.
Right.
Well, it's only 2 rights, but yeah. So that's when you can just keep pounding. Oh, you're
Forward.
dead. Yeah, that's
Is that forward for me or forward for Dirk?
It's up, but oh. Button. Button.
On that one.
Left.
No.
All right, give it one more track.
Then we'll switch over.
Black. And then start.
You got this one down.
Yeah.
You got this one down too.
Nope. It's a little bit too late.
I don't see you play with Don on that one too much.
Don't feel bad. We've all failed at that today. I don't know why. It's... Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Did I have to hit up twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just got to time it to not get hit by the balls.
Go. No.
Button. Button. Right. Button. Button. There you go.
Boom.
Nice work, bro.
Button. Up.
I'm gonna die, Bo.
Right. Right.
No. A little too late.
Still.
Yeah. I made it further than I ever had.
You wanna try one more time, then we'll switch over?
Oh, you get one in, I'll get one in. We'll swap it up. Oh, I'll play again then.
I was eating. Well, good, then I'll finish my sandwich while you're doing that. You gotta love the Hillbilly ISP, don't you, bud?
Mm-hmm. It's funny because, you know, I streamed for like 2 hours last night and it was fine. It's these afternoon hours.
My neck was up and down the other day.
Right in the fire. Unbelievable.
Man, how are you blowing that?
I don't know.
How are you blowing? You're humiliating yourself. Good sandwich, bud.
Do you have lots of Thanksgiving leftovers?
I don't have any.
Oh.
I literally have nothing. I'm probably gonna get some.
We have a whole bunch of rolls.
Your dinner looked good. I saw a picture.
Yeah. We got everything from Bob Evans this year, which was the right move.
Yeah. That's what Mom. Not everything.
Losing on the easiest levels. It's killing me. Aaron, what happens if you grab the gem here?
You die.
I'm gonna take a death.
You fall into the void.
No. I thought it'd be
I
cooler
told you
than
what
that.
you did. That's in the opening gimmick there. That's a good looking banana boat.
Thank you.
Banana boat.
For everybody.
I am a big banana guy. I don't know why.
All right, Aaron. Are you prepared?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's pull it around the front there. There you go. All right, let's give this a whirl, and then we'll move on. Watch and learn, boys.
You gotta hit the start button, Aaron.
I did.
Sorry, folks. We got to help Aaron out on how to start video games.
Watch and learn, boys. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-ba-dow. So hoping this will come up so I can show Boat what to do here.
So how many times have you made it to the end, Aaron?
Not many. That's how you do that, Brent.
Yeah, I passed it like 6 times, Aaron.
Did you? Not when I was in here, you didn't.
Well, some of us have more dedication to the stream than to just leave.
What?
You're supposed to sword there, Aaron.
I did hit sword.
Sword, Aaron.
Weird timing's going on here.
There you go.
Yeah, I did it early. On purpose.
At least you got an easy one now.
So Boat forward. Toward yourself.
And by forward, he means down.
Yeah, I guess that could have been.
Yep.
I think you're on beat this time.
That's a cool enemy. Floating robe with a sphere.
Yeah, he's cool looking. Sick.
Hey, Silver Streak.
No, we're still.
We are up and down like a yo-yo
Oh, no.
internet-wise.
I
Aaron.
Is it right there? I never get past that. There's a couple I can't remember, and that's one of them.
Aaron, you died to a Goonie.
Goonies never say that.
Wait, it hit right there twice?
I think it's actually left there.
Left?
Yeah, to jump back. Sort.
These are some levels I'm not real familiar with. All right, screw this. We're moving on.
So that was the RDI Halcyon.
No, that was game
That
one.
was game one from the
of the
RDI
RDI
Halcyon.
Halcyon.
Oh, what's game 2? NFL football?
No, no, it's not.
Thank you, Picard. So, if you play a little Dragon's Lair, which went to fund the RCI Halcyon, you've got to play a little bit of its what younger brother would you say, Aaron?
Well, yeah, I guess I'd say that.
Looks like I've got a halo. Look at that.
My God, that'd be a poor outlook for religious folks everywhere.
That's true.
Here is your new angel, Boat of Car.
I hope you brought liquor.
You feel like have you seen the Futurama episode where Bender becomes God?
No.
And he's floating through space, and these little mini people land on him, and his only commandment is God needs booze. Yeah. So they start farming and just pouring liquor right in his stomach.
All right, here we go.
Now, one of these is not the one we want. Okay, there we go.
This is the Daphne emulator on an Xbox, Silver Streak.
Yeah, Daphne is the only way to play the Laserdisc games of any.
I would like to make enough money
Consistency.
with the show to buy myself a Halcyon. There's 12 in the world. I don't think it's too much to ask.
Would you rather have a Halcyon than a Sam Coupe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, only for its monetary value.
Correctamundo.
But if you're spending all the money to get the thing,
Then you sell it.
just immediately, and somehow it's worth more.
Because I would be able to sell it for more because I would use my showmanship.
That's true. That's true. You'd be like, you could own the Halcyon owned by me, Amigo Aaron.
I could sign it for him.
Instant plummet value.
Yeah.
There's got to be, there's
Sign
gotta be
it
a
in
museum
permanent
somewhere looking for it.
You'd be like, you'd sign it, then have to cross it out because you spelled your name wrong and sign it again underneath.
You know, speaking of museum, You know, I'm only a week away from the museum folks from Germany coming over here.
Oh yeah. So what's the deal with that?
Here,
What's
you know
their
what I was
game
thinking?
plan?
I'm going to talk to them because
Well, that's a good call.
Oh, no, I mean,
just grunting and throwing
they're
things
coming,
at
but
them.
get this. They should be in town the exact same day as our Taze Valley Computer Club meeting.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be fun to
Wow.
have
Yeah,
them
that would
come
be
in?
fantastic.
But are they going to be that late?
I don't know, but I'm going to see. Their schedule is flexible. No, Space Ace. What were your thoughts on this one when it came out, Brenny?
I was like, man, this isn't Dragon's Lair.
Well, clearly.
I was no good at it. I've never been good at it.
Yeah, I watched you beat this one time on
No.
the Amiga.
No, not Space Ace.
Well, you aren't good at it. I take that back.
Don't worry, you're gonna get your time, little man. This game has a ton of little quirks that you always forget, making it incredibly difficult.
Oh, it's like this bit here. She's not the silent damsel that Daphne was. All right, you're doing okay. You gotten past the quirkiest part of flying this thing. It does not have normal airplane controls.
No, the worst part's landing. Every time.
You went down instead of right, didn't you?
Yes, every time.
You dumb. Now, Bo, what about you? What's your experience with Space Ace?
I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen it.
Oh,
Are
it
you
is
serious?
not.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen this. Like, I've always known it existed, but I've never looked at it because these are just not my bag, these type of games.
I'm surprised because this seems like it'd be your bag.
No.
Memorization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of my bag.
This is right.
That's
up your
like my
alley.
purse. Whatever they're like,
Your-
my wallet.
You know, there's no right time to talk about it, so I just want to talk about it now. I watched some of your video on the on your color computer VGA mod.
You liked it, huh?
Me and Chad Matt watched it and cackled with glee as you tried to get this thing done. I will say you were, oh my,
I don't even know how I died.
you were up
there.
against it in terms of the tools you had available. to
My
you.
$9.99 Radio Shack soldering iron was not up to the task. Plus the fact that I have no skill with the soldering iron.
Just give me that. That was embarrassing. You melted
No.
the second time without even moving.
Yeah, that kind of glitched out there.
You
at the
stink.
end.
You stink at that game. You're no good. Allow me to edgeify you.
Silver Streak, the Dragon's Lair 2 on the Amiga, I played it to death. I played it until I beat it without a guide, which, let me tell you something, that game is long and complicated. What was that? I believe that was on 4 discs when it came out, Aaron. Do you remember?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, the Amiga version of these Laserdisc games are incredible. No, you got it.
Say something, little buddy. Okay.
Maybe you should be the little man. We'll trade places.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be a good little man.
Eat it. Eat laser. I love his reactions.
It's like you blew it. Yeah. In the arcade, for those that don't know, yeah, Terry will not be here for Computer Club. Don't worry, sweetheart. I will continue to raise the high score on Burger Time in your
I was
absence.
going to say, it wouldn't be the same without hearing that music in the background.
The way this game works in the arcade and
Man.
here too, obviously, you can choose to either energize, which makes Space Ace into the grown-up version, or not. And if you
Right.
do it or don't, plays different segments. Like at the beginning,
This
where
part's so hard.
the Smashers are digging through the ground, never energize there because it gets harder. Oh, she demands I don't play Burger Time. No more raising the high score. Oh, I did not know that Silver Streak. I know we played it the discs versions of it.
How did that work exactly, Silver Streak? What kind of
I got
interface?
further than you, a lot further.
Yeah, all right, John.
Let me get you coined up here, Boat.
All right.
I don't think
Get ready for awesome.
This is a tough.
I've already forgotten.
Okay, hit start.
Wait. I think wait. We might have experienced technical
Oh,
difficulties.
did you hit 40 buttons?
That's the first thing I do when I grab any controller is hit all the buttons as fast as I can.
All right.
Take a small reprieve
It's
here.
26
Are we gonna
Konami
play it
codes.
again? Or you gonna,
Yeah, we got to at least get a couple more games of it. That was not a proper showing.
Look, Boat,
Serial caber to Pioneer player, huh?
Man, that back glass has really gotten bad since you moved that thing in here.
The flaky.
The Coney Island.
which is
Yeah.
funny because this is a much better atmosphere for it than it had before.
Yeah.
It's the unfortunate side effect of owning 1970s pinball machines.
You got to seal
That
that
was from
thing
the,
up.
That's from the 80s, to be fair.
Seriously?
I think it is from the 80s, yeah. It's got digital scoring on it.
I do not see a.
I'll look it up.
I guess game plan.
Now we had 1 or 2 games. And this is one of them. So there you go.
Oh, I forgot I have no internet access.
Yeah.
Serial cable to Pioneer Player. Did you know that? You could play.
Yeah. You could use
that's
Daphne
awesome.
and actually use
That's
an actual. It's funny. I heard an interview with this guy on Shane Arman Road. Interviewed him, and I remember the thing. He's real religious, and he never. What he initially made this thing was to replace. He wanted something he could control the board in the Pioneer, and the scoring, and so. What he did was he came up with this, and then someone was basically like, "Hey, couldn't you just like hook a disc up to this?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I like a virtual disc," and that's what he did. All right, let's try this again.
1979. This machine.
Wow.
Right on the cusp.
You gonna try it, or you gonna have both have another shot?
Well, I will. I'll get him past the first level.
All right.
Well, John,
You're an idiot.
John, you're down a man.
You're horrible. Oh,
I didn't even know I was supposed to be doing something.
oh yeah.
I'm waiting for the cue. Tell
You
me.
see stuff flash? Oh, it started him over.
No.
Oh, go.
Left.
Don't hit
Don't
that
hit your
thing.
button.
I hit it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in
Oh,
charge.
you're on your own.
Screwed.
Shoot. I will say, Borf isn't lying. Oh, did you see that? He fell on his face, and he still has to do this.
Right, left. Sorry.
I swear I'm looking for the flash and I'm not seeing it.
Oh, he's.
Now let me give you a hint here.
Okay.
You want to hit the joystick direction that the ship is going to be flying into.
Okay.
This isn't like playing Blue Max or something, all right?
Okay.
So if there's a forward-looking tunnel, hit forward. If it's tilted up, hit up.
Okay.
And then the button does shooting.
Up.
What was my explanation for? And that's in the boat.
Never seen that death before.
Well, I was waiting for the flash. I didn't see any flash.
His face was like, ah.
There's no flash on that one. You just got to.
Well, like I said, these games are not
Yes.
my jam.
All right.
I was looking for.
Oh man, you had to go there. You and Brent with that. Now look around the arcade here. Can you see where all the various things I've picked up along the way are gifts or goodies?
No, I don't see any of that stuff.
You don't? You gave me 3 or 4 things that are in here. There's the AWD.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them the story of the cross-stitched video game. One of which is Donkey Kong, by the way. I want you.
Well, what I did was this did not start out as a gift for Aaron.
Yeah.
I
That's what I love the story.
I was going to do the full alphabet.
Yeah.
And then when it took me like 3 months to do the A, I thought, screw that. And then I looked through the alphabet and I was like, man, the Donkey Kong one looks rad. So I wanted to do the Donkey Kong one. So I did the Donkey Kong one. And then Aaron's birthday was coming up. And I was like, man, I've already got his first 2 letters. Why don't I give him do the middle name? And the W pattern was real lame. It was some stupid game. And I was like, I'm going to make my own. So that's a custom-made Warlords.
Ooh.
So if my name had been like Zanfir Yvonne Dowdy, I'd have got nothing.
Oh, you'd have got Zookeeper. So maybe your name should have been Zandir.
I like the ones. I like
Zookeeper.
those, but I do like Zookeeper. You're right.
And let's see.
Okay.
I thought you blew it
I
again.
thought I
You've got a
blew it.
picture of the original
Aw, dang
Bud
it.
Mountain main machine
Yeah.
in its original state.
And you've got do you remember the ornaments I got
Yeah.
from winning your, or sort of winning, as I recall, the game? Are you doing another one of those?
Well, we're gonna have another party, but we're not gonna have competitions.
What that was awesome.
That was it was in 20. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was
a
great.
different time.
I wanted to defend my title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of stuff in here was stuff that was sent to me. Those the Cinemaware magnets,
This came from Chris Folds, I think.
the marquees.
I got you that
that's what I
Cubert,
think came from Folds.
the drunken Cubert,
Yeah.
the absent. That came from the Galloping Ghost in Chicago.
There's a couple of our Amigos posters, and also the Retro Man Cave's calendar. I went in and hung it up. Mm-hmm. So those are all goodies. And of course, Brent's little models I put up over there. Your DOS posters behind this bunch of stuff right here. It's still in here. That's the green screen kind of. We don't since the green screen, so that's kind of covered up. And that's in the
All
Brent.
right. Give it one more run, Aaron, and then we'll move on.
All right. This shouldn't take long. Let's see if I can lock this up like Boat did.
What you gotta do?
I think you did.
Left, right, AA. Couple of these on the big one.
Okay.
Two credits.
Yeah.
Space Ace costs big money. That's
Ba-ba-da.
probably what happened to you. You just didn't put enough credits in. We were hitting all the buttons like idiots. Close main gate. Board's proactive. You got to give him that.
Hey, the man saw what he wanted, and he went and he took it.
You never energize there.
No, because this segment is way harder.
I can see why this was the end of the Laserdisc games.
It wasn't.
For your casual, yeah, it was for this era. For your casual arcade goer, it's way too hard.
You should play Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp.
Yeah,
It
that
makes
was
this
also
look like a joke.
That was also why this was the end of that era.
Actually, Time Warp ended up selling pretty well, but
No,
it was
didn't. It sold poorly
no, it didn't.
compared to original Dragon's Lair. It was
Well,
a dud.
That's
fair.
not fair.
Well, I can't control the numbers.
Never go down. I was like,
I was wondering. You didn't have to shoot much.
yeah. Oh, good group! I didn't get a chance to even do anything.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that's why you died.
I'm already screwed because that air. Fire up, son. Yeah. Here comes the bad man.
I don't like him when he's energized. He looks weird.
He's like, oh, he looks a little awesome.
The story of it's a really kind of a fun story. You got a hint with the info ray,
And Fanto.
and that makes you a baby, or it makes you younger for his fact. But it's supposed to make you a baby. Uh-oh, Aaron, I think it glitched.
What happened? I didn't get a chance to do nothing.
I have a feeling you're gonna die again. Well, Aaron, you suck at this game.
All right, we're leaving the RDI Halcyon here. Let me move back here. So, I want to thank once again our good buddy Joe Backstore for suggesting the RDI Halcyon. We did the best we could, Joe. Considering it's one of the few consoles we don't have here on hand. The Halcyon not available. So thank you very much for that.